Hey, this is Elliott for AE Fitness, and today I have a special guest. My wife Crystal is joining us today. We're going to do a movie review of War for the Planet of the Apes. Stay tuned for our thoughts. War for the Planet of the Apes. One word. Amazing. This movie was highly reviewed by Rotten Tomatoes. It received a 95% rating. And it was a very special movie because it could possibly be a trilogy, or they could open the door for brand new opportunities. But more importantly, for Crystal and myself, this was a very sentimental movie to us, and Crystal will tell you why.
Okay, so when we first met, we went to dinner and a movie, and we chose to go and see the first Planet of the Apes, which I think it was the Rise. Yeah, so it was Rise, Planet of the Apes. And I remember him saying, you know, I think this chick is pretty cool because she wants to go see talking monkeys with me. So I, went to the movie, and it was great. I really enjoyed it. And we've been seeing the second one in this past one that just came out ever since. So, yeah. And that was like...
the first Rise of the Planet of the Apes came out back in like 2011.
Yeah.
And then I think the Dawn of the Planet of the Apes came out in 2014. So this one is War. So you can kind of see the themes. Rise is the beginning, the birth, the origins, and then Dawn is, okay, they're kind of at their crest, and this is what we're going to do, this is what we're going to be about, and then War. So without giving any away spoilers, it's kind of a bleak time, kind of farther in the future, where a simian flu has kind of desolated planet Earth. They don't talk about all the details, but they just kind of focus in on that area. And these apes that are kind of evolved and more highly intelligent, sentient, are kind of the last bastion of humanity. So humanity and these intelligent apes are kind of fighting each other. But like I said, very highly reviewed and highly anticipated. We don't go to many movies on opening night, but this one was very important to us. Some pacing issues, since the tension was so high, the consequences for both parties, and when I mean parties, I'm talking about the apes and the humans, they have been at an intense battle, and you could kind of sense that tension. But thankfully, this movie did not take this route and go into a very dark place, because there was comedic relief, and I think Crystal really enjoyed one character.
Yeah, there was this one cute little ape, and they didn't really say his name in the movie, but when we stayed back and, kind of let everybody, how you let everybody leave the movie theater or whatnot, the credits were rolling, and his name was Bad Ape. So, and like I said, with not giving too many spoilers away, you'll realize why he was called that. But he was super cute, super funny, because, it was such a high intense movie. You're not sure if there even stands room for comic relief, because the goal that they're trying to achieve is seemingly very serious. So you're not sure if there is going to be room for any kind of comic relief, but there was. I thought they did a great job with it. Caesar had a little bit of swag to him, a little bit, so you'll enjoy it. I'm telling you, it was pretty good.
What did you think? You said one of them sounded kind of black.
Oh God. Yeah. Okay. So I really think that Caesar. Okay. Let me back up a little bit. So I watched them behind the scenes of how they kind of created the movie when the first one came out. I watched how they kind of created the movie and how they made these, pretty much the apes are people, and they do green screens, CGI stuff or whatever. Anyway, so Caesar obviously is a man, and because I don't know apes that talk, so Caesar is a man, and you can tell by just the facial expressions that those are human facial expressions. It was a white guy in the beginning of the first one. I don't know about the second one, but this third one, I am wholeheartedly convinced that this dude was black, and I really think that Caesar, you know, was a black talking ape, and he had a little bit of swag to him. So you'll see. He was straight up hood, so you'll see what I mean. Yeah. It was so good. It was good.
The good thing is that I also liked how the one ape, Maurice, he was kind of like the steady guy. Like he was the voice of reason, and he was Caesar's wise counsel when he encouraged him. Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm. Who else did you like?
Probably just the bad ape. And,
that was your favorite?
And even his other counterpart, which I don't know his name, but just the fact that I like the loyalty that they had. There was a scene in the movie where Caesar was going to go and confront the general on his own, and told his friends and his family to stay behind, that he was going to be the lone wolf and just go confront him on his own. But the mere fact that they showed loyalty to him as his sidekick, I thought that was pretty nice.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so a lot of deeper elements beyond just the normal, bang bang shoot 'em up movie. Internal conflict within the characters themselves, the overall theme of war and how to manage that chaos. So there was a lot of elements and different layers for people to enjoy. Yeah. So definitely want to share those thoughts with you. It is still out in theaters, so do your best to go check it out, give it some support. And again, if you like this content, feel free to drop a comment below on any other movies you'd like to get a couple's opinion about, and we'd be happy to share those with you. But as always, be sure to immerse yourself in the process, take action, and enjoy the journey.